Hey guys, it's me. We're here again for another tag video, but this one is a little bit different from the usual tags we do around here. It's not a writing tag and it's not a book tag. It's a tag about my pets. It's the Furry Friends tag. I'll try to remember to link you in the doobly-doo to the original creator of this tag if I can find them. I'm trying to frame this a little bit better here. Anyway, if you watch me at all, you know that I love animals. Love animals. And I'm often joined in my videos by my three cats, Jayne, Kinshou, and Nigel. Nigel almost never joins us, but he's super shy. So I do have other pets. I have a dog named Kaylee, who you may have met, and I currently have 4 rats. But today we're going to focus our Furry Friends tag on the 3 cats whom you see most often in my videos, who are all right now sleeping in various parts of the house because it's the afternoon, and that is when cats like to nap. So, let's do the Furry Friends tag for Kinshou, Nigel, and Jayne, shall we? The first question is, what is your pet's name? That's easy. Kinshou, Nigel, and Jayne. Yes, Jayne is a boy cat. Let's talk about their names just a little bit. Kinshou was the first cat that we got. Her name means little in Japanese, and she is very little, especially if you compare her to the boys. She's a tiny, petite, fluffy little homicidal maniac, and we love her very much, even if she does try to kill us on a regular basis. Nigel is actually the name that he came with from the Humane Society when we adopted him as a kitten. We were thinking about calling him Nemo, but then we decided we liked the name Nigel quite a bit, and it seemed like it suited him. And finally, there is Jayne. The real question here is, are any of you familiar with the Firefly series? If you are, then I'm certain you know why we named him Jayne. If you're not, what are you doing with yourself? Go watch that show. Oh my gosh. Go. I won't even be mad. Click away from this video and go watch Firefly. I won't even be mad. In case you are wondering, yes, we sing Jayne the song. The hero of Canton, the cat they call Jayne. Number 2, what is your pet's breed? Blackish one? Brownity stripedy one? Fun colored one that blends in really well with camouflage. Nailed it! Number 3, how long have you had them? I've had Kinshou the longest, and then came Nigel, and then came Jayne. And honestly, I'm so bad at remembering when I got my pets, but Kinshou's probably been about 7 years, and then Nigel maybe 6, and then Jayne like 5 or so. Something like that. How did you get your pet? Well, Kinshou we actually got from a rehomer, which is an individual who takes in stray animals and tries to find them new homes. I'm not a huge fan of that, but I'm not necessarily against it. And they were neighbors who lived near us, and they had Kinshou, who was about a year old, and she had had a litter of kittens, and everyone wanted the kittens, but nobody wanted the mama cat. And I said, she's really adorable, I want her, and so I adopted her, and she turned out to be crazy, but I love her anyway. Nigel we got from the Humane Society. We decided that we wanted to get Kinshou a friend, and we got a kitten because, well, he was just the cat that we were most interested in. We weren't really going for a cat or a kitten, we just wanted to go get a animal that we could love and could be friends with Kinshou. And Kinshou adopted him immediately. Like I said, she was a mommy cat, so immediately she adopted him. And even though he is considerably larger than she is, he is still her little baby, and she still grooms him and does all this mommy cat stuff. It's adorable. And Jayne came to us, much to my husband's dismay, all of his own. One day I was walking on my parents' land, and I heard the saddest sound of a meowing cat that I have ever heard. And I looked around for this mysterious cat, and there was Jayne. He has a very big operatic voice, and so he was singing his opera, sad songs about alone cats. And he encountered me. I came around the garage and there he was, and our eyes met, and I've never really had such a spiritual experience with an animal where I just knew this was my cat. I just looked into his big yellow eyes and I was like, that is my cat. And he turned out to be absolutely the friendliest cat ever. And we took him in and we adopted him, and he's just the best and the sweetest of the bunch. Number 5, how old is your pet? Kinshou and Jayne are both about 11, 12, something like that. And Nigel is a couple years younger, so like 9. Number 6, quirky things about their personality. Serial killer, robot, Batman. Seriously, though that's what we call them. Each of our cats are respectively those things. Kinshou, while being very darling and sweet and loving, is also crazy as they come and has, I am pretty sure, tried to actively murder me a couple of times. She is obsessed with food, she's very noisy, and her voice is kind of screechy, so if she had a human voice, I am 100% certain it would sound like Gilbert Gottfried. That cat. That cat. That cat. Kinshou also has a food allergy to a certain protein in meat, so she gets a special food. But Kinshou is obsessed with food, and so she is always finding new ways to get food she shouldn't have. And so even though she's on this special diet, she keeps finding meat and keeps being itchy most of the time because she has no way to put 2 and 2 together that eat meat, get itchy. It's just, she's terrible. She's terrible. But so fluffy. Terrible. Jayne loves potato chips, and chips of any kind. If he hears you opening a bag of chips anywhere in the house, seconds later there he is. He especially loves corn chips. Jayne is also a really sweet cat, and one of the only cats I have ever encountered who will let you rub his belly without it being a trap. He just lays there and you rub his belly and he's cool with it. You also may have noticed that he has a stumpy little tail. He was born with that. That's a common cat birth defect, apparently. Most kittens develop in the womb with their tail going down between their legs. Jayne's developed along his side, and therefore it is short and stuck there. As a result, he's not as agile as the other 2 cats, and it is pretty funny to watch him trying to get around and get to all the places that the other 2 cats can go, because he essentially kind of has to hop straight up like a bunny instead of doing a graceful leap like the other cats. And Nigel is the shy, aloof one who thinks that he is Batman. What more do you really need? He's the hero that Gotham needs, but not the hero it deserves. And he's so fluffy. Number 7, what are their favorite pastimes? Kinshou's is yelling. Jayne's is probably also yelling, but he sings opera. Nigel's is protecting Gotham. No, but seriously, they're all really healthy and energetic cats, and so every evening we have what we call the wild rumpus, which involves them just running all over the house, climbing up on things. Everything in our house has basically been knocked over at one point or another by cats. And lastly, do you have any nicknames? I think I have the most for Jayne. I call him Janiac a lot. I call him the hero of Canton sometimes. I just be like, how are you doing, hero of Canton? Stumpy, if I'm looking to make fun of his tail. Nigel, obviously, we call Batman. Otherwise, we pretty much just call him Nigel. And Kinshou is just Kinshou. I think we don't really have any nicknames for Kinshou, aside from maybe Psychopath. I also have a bazillion nicknames for my dog, but we're not talking about the dog here, so that's pretty much it. So there you go, that is my Furry Friends tag for Kinshou, Jayne, and Nigel. If you would like me to do this again for any of my other pets, including my horses, goats, the dog, whoever, just let me know if that interests you, and if not, then don't. I think we all have figured out how this works. And in the meantime, I will see you all again next time when I do whatever the heck I'm doing next time. Bye!